Our next set, Improving Sustainable Community. Please welcome DuWayne Sipper presenting The Path Grove.
Hello, I'm DuWayne Sipper. I'm the director of the Path Rescue Mission for People. My project's a little bit different because while I was working on this, it was approved. So we are moving. We're adding on to our, some of you know we have 15 acres where we're growing vegetables for the homeless, and we're also adding on, and what I wanted to do is a fruit tree grove for the community. And the location that was chosen by our county was just north of Anson's Nursery on Highway 490. And we've been committed to working with and the shelter clients to keeping track of the land. I threw sustainability up there because that word's thrown around a lot. But you know what? If you don't eat every day, guess what? You're not going to be sustainable. So I know that we talk about that a lot, but so what is the need? 3.5 million people on food stamps, and we've been told that 24,000 people are on food stamps in Citrus County. Almost every person that checks into our shelter is malnutritioned, and probably some of us people living in the community aren't far behind the people that are checking into the shelter. Nutrition is huge to mental illness, medical, all the problems that we check in with. What are some of the benefits? Locally grown, reduce the carbon footprint, of course, with the gas, and our locally grown also helps us with spoiling, mostly though with the nutrition. You don't have the processing factors. Here's some of the pictures from the current farm. These are the vegetables that we're already growing, and we have a cooperative where people can join for the community, but that's not our main thrust. Our main thrust is all the different things that we're doing with the shelters and the food banks. So what grows here? I was at Lynn Dostal's place this morning. There's already some partners here I'm interested in talking to by watching your slides, and this list can get pretty big. A lot of things can grow here in Citrus County. This is just a couple of ideas that you may not be aware of that we're discovering. So how did this thing get synergy and support? I'm a Rotarian. All 6 Rotary clubs are now in on this financially, not just verbally, financially. They've all committed to saying this project's going to take off, and they're committed to it, to making something really happen here. All right, Eden Farming. There's a guy that has a website. If you want to write that down, Back to Eden, go watch it. And basically what he's done is gone back to farming the old-fashioned way. This is not new. This is old. There's this picture. And he has an apple orchard that he hasn't watered in 21 years. Well, I'm pretty interested in knowing how he does that, because that to me is sustainable. And we're going to talk a little bit more about him a little bit later, and there's some of the vegetables that he's growing. So where's the economic development, working together, synergy, community service? Have you already seen some of the ideas that you're seeing now and you're going to see later about how we can all work together? Remember, these are tax dollars that we can save by producing more food for the people that are coming in off the streets. There's a picture of the land that the county is going to let us use for 99 years. 10 acres. Now, is that amazing? Talk about partnerships. Well, there's a lot more land out there if you haven't noticed. So where do we come in? The potential of using that vacant land to bring in grant dollars from outside sources, which we're already working on. Tomorrow morning I'll be meeting with somebody on the $25,000 grant. As soon as they knew we signed the lease, we're trying to bring in more funding. The potential for charities to produce their own income, not just that you keep giving. We love the meal tickets. We love how much Citrus County has supported us, but we also want to keep that income coming in for the charities. Lingbia is being dropped at our farm as we speak. Are you kidding me? What a partnership. I love it. Absorbing the waste products so you don't have to pay for them at the landfill. Here's a picture of our guys graduating of our program at the shelter. Whenever you support the homeless, you're supporting your own tax dollars. You got to keep that in mind. Our food bank is off and running, doing a fantastic job bringing in food for all the shelters. IFAS is working with me now on the list. That list can go anywhere. The government, of course, with the partnership with the land, there's a lot more land out there, and we're still working on more resources to move this thing forward with the government and more ideas. And guess who else? I never dreamed these guys would be interested in what we were doing. And yet, these are peculiar kinds of things where we do a fruit tree farm, and there are other people in the country who want to know how we're becoming sustainable. it brings in tourists. It brings in tourist dollars. So, your homework, watch the Eden film, Back to Eden. Google it. Encourage us and the county government, they need encouragement too, and to use the vacant land, help the churches to grow.
Partner with shelters.
Partner with the shelters and the food bank if you grow. Thank you.
Thank you, DuWayne.